Welcome to The Explainer. If you are a focused learner looking to just bypass all the fluff and get straight to the facts, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're dismantling the absolute biggest barriers to entrepreneurship in 2026. We are looking at a roadmap of real, totally accessible opportunities, and we're breaking down America's top 10 small businesses with incredibly low startup costs. We've got a ton of ground to cover, so let's jump right into the data.
$50,000. Man, for decades, this number, or, something pretty close to it, has acted like a giant brick wall for aspiring business owners. The biggest myth about entrepreneurship, the one keeping so many incredibly talented people stuck in the daily 9-to-5 grind, is this false belief that you absolutely need a huge investment just to get started. You might think you need 50 grand, or maybe 10 grand to launch something real this month. But the data, it tells a completely different story.
Okay, let's dive into this. The bloated, traditional startup myth tells us we need this massive bag of cash to get going. But the agile, low-cost reality of 2026 is so much simpler than that. The absolute truth is that some of America's fastest-growing small businesses didn't start with massive bank loans or wealthy angel investors. They started with exactly three things: a laptop, a valuable skill, and a few $100s. Honestly, sometimes even less than that.
Tier 1. The Local Hustle. Businesses number 10 through 7.
To make this super easy to digest, we've structured our countdown kind of like an escalator. We're starting right on the ground floor with highly localized, hands-on services. These offer an incredibly low barrier to entry, and they're built entirely around solving everyday problems to generate repeat customers. So, kicking off our list at number 10 is mobile car detailing. Look, here's the reality. Americans love clean cars, but nobody has the time to actually visit a car wash anymore, right? This business thrives purely on convenience. Instead of waiting for customers to come to you, you bring the service directly to their driveways or office parking lots. You're offering exterior washing, interior cleaning, waxing, ceramic coating, and headlight restoration. With startup costs estimated between just $300 and $1,500, you get low equipment costs, high demand, and an incredibly flexible schedule. And the absolute best part? As you grow, you can simply hire employees to serve more vehicles each day.
Moving right up to number 9, we have the residential cleaning business. Think about it for a second. Families and professionals are busier than ever before, and they are more than willing to pay for regular upkeep of their homes. Notice what you don't need here. You don't need to rent an office. You don't need to buy heavy, crazy expensive machinery. All you need are quality cleaning supplies, a solid reputation for reliability, and great customer service. The startup cost sits between just $200 and $1,000, and the growth opportunity is huge. I mean, many solo operators eventually expand into massive teams, cleaning dozens of homes every single week.
Another fantastic local opportunity is the lawn care business, coming in at number 8. Literally every single neighborhood has homeowners desperate for help with mowing, weed control, leaf removal, yard cleanup, and seasonal maintenance. The beauty of this specific hustle is that if you already own basic lawn equipment sitting in your garage, your startup costs are practically zero. You don't need a massive marketing budget either. You just begin by serving your immediate neighbors, do an outstanding job, and then watch your client list expand naturally through neighborhood referrals.
Rounding out this first tier is home pressure washing. This is widely considered to be one of the most profitable seasonal service businesses out there. Customers are constantly looking for professionals to blast the grime off their driveways, sidewalks, patios, decks, fences, and home exteriors. A quality pressure washer, basic safety equipment, and just some good local marketing are generally all you need to get this off the ground. What makes this so powerful is the retention rate. A one-off patio cleaning very often turns into an annual repeat client.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we've been talking about. Looking at these 4 local hustle businesses, we are talking about a total investment range of just $200 to $1,500. It completely shatters that barrier to entry we talked about earlier, proving you can start generating cash flow practically this weekend with extremely minimal risk.
Tier 2. Specialized Consulting. Businesses number 6 and 5.
Okay, so now we are moving away from purely physical labor and stepping onto the next level of the escalator: knowledge-based services. This tier is all about leveraging your specific learned skills to create recurring revenue streams. Coming in at number 6 is personal fitness training. The health and wellness sector is seeing just continuous massive growth right now across America. If you have the right certifications, or honestly, if you're willing to put in the time to get certified, you can build an incredible business helping people hit their fitness goals. You can offer one-on-one coaching, group classes, or nutrition guidance within your qualifications. But here is the real secret to scaling this. While you might start locally, many trainers eventually add virtual training and online coaching programs. That completely removes geographic boundaries and increases your reach infinitely.
Number 5 is bookkeeping services. If you are a highly organized person and you actually love working with numbers, this business model is absolutely for you. Every single small business needs help tracking expenses, managing invoices, running payroll, and just keeping their financial records in check. And thanks to modern bookkeeping software, you don't need to be sitting in your client's back office anymore. You can do this entirely remotely. It's a rock-solid, steady service business that provides recurring business-to-business clients month after month after month.
Tier 3, scalable digital agencies. Businesses number 4 to 1.
Now we reach the climax of our countdown. These are the highest leverage, borderless digital services with truly massive growth potential. And number 4 is social media management. Look, there are thousands of local businesses. We're talking restaurants, real estate agents, gyms, dental clinics that absolutely know they need to be posting on social media, but they have zero time to actually do it. That time deficit, that is your perfect opening. You step in to create and schedule posts, reply to customer messages, and grow their online visibility. And because this is an ongoing, daily need, one single satisfied client very often leads to a steady stream of referrals from other local business owners.
Stepping into our top 3, we have the web design business. In today's market, a website isn't optional, it's practically mandatory. Yet it is genuinely staggering how many small businesses still have terribly outdated websites, or shockingly, no website at all. If you know how to use modern website builders or web development tools, you can help these companies modernize. You're building professional sites, high-converting landing pages, appointment booking systems, and online stores. Again, no large offices required here, just your skills, your computer, and a strong portfolio. And as your demand grows, you can easily upsell these clients into SEO and ongoing site maintenance.
Sitting at number 2 is the AI Automation Agency. Now, what's really interesting about this specific slide is the shift in perspective. Artificial intelligence is transforming small businesses, but most owners are simply too overwhelmed to even figure out how to use it. That's where you come in. You step in to set up AI customer support, automate their email marketing, and streamline their content creation workflows. The brilliant part? You aren't actually selling software here. You are selling time-saving efficiency and much-needed solutions to overwhelmed business owners. As AI adoption continues to rise, the demand for people who can properly implement it is only going to skyrocket.
And finally, the number 1 low-cost business to start in America right now, the digital marketing agency. If there is one business on this list that can scale dramatically from a super low-cost start, it is this one. Why? Because every single business needs customers, and today, customers live online. You are providing the lifeblood of business through Facebook and Google advertising, SEO, lead generation, and video marketing. The absolute best part of all of this? You require zero storefront. You can start this right from your living room with just one single client. Deliver outstanding results, collect a glowing testimonial, and then grow your agency through referrals, eventually hiring specialists while you focus purely on sales.
The reality check. Stop doing fake work.
All right, so we've covered the what, the 10 best vehicles for low-cost entrepreneurship. But now we really need to pivot to the how, to make sure you actually take action. The biggest mistake new entrepreneurs make is spending months trying to look like a business. They obsess over designing the perfect logo, tweaking a website for weeks on end, or buying incredibly expensive, totally unnecessary equipment. That is the amateur trap, and it's exactly what I call doing fake work. The winning strategy, literally the only one that matters, is actually acting like a business, which means going out and finding paying customers immediately. Start simple. Improve your service as you go. Then, just reinvest your early profits into growth. Remember, progress beats perfection every single time. I want you to really let this sink in. Customers build businesses, not business cards. It seriously doesn't matter how pretty your branding is if no one is handing you money in exchange for value. Stop hiding behind administrative tasks and start having real conversations with potential clients. Real sales are the only validation your new business needs.
So the crucial point is this. Starting your entrepreneurial journey doesn't require a massive leap over a $50,000 wall. It simply requires walking up 3 very manageable steps. Step 1, make one decision to begin. Step 2, find your very first customer. Step 3, close one single sale. Every massive, wildly successful enterprise you see today started with one entrepreneur who is simply willing to begin with these exact 3 steps. And that brings us to the most important question of this entire explainer. Which business on this list will you start today? Whether you have $500 or $5,000, you now have the roadmap. I really want to hear from you. Drop into the comments and tell me which of these 10 models fits your skills and budget best. Thank you so much for learning with me today on The Explainer.
Keep focused, take that first step, and I